Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Commander review for the Magic the Gathering game. Today we're almost done with the Legend set. I think there's 3 more Commanders, including this one, to talk about, and then we're going to be doing the video on the tier list. That's the word I'm looking for. So today we're talking about Drago, an elemental legend, who, if I find it on my phone here, is a 4/4 that costs 3 generic mana, 2 blue, and 2 black mana. And then Drago has first strike, and creatures with Swamp Walk can be blocked as though they didn't have Swamp Walk. This is not the first creature we've seen with this kind of ability. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but there's a white-green one that prevents Planeswalk, Forest Walk. There's a white-blue one that prevents Island Walk. I think that was Ghosta Dirk was the prevent Island Walk one. So this effect has been very prevalent in this entire set of cards. And I don't really talk about it a whole lot in this one, like in the cards. But I'll just say right off the get-go that personally, I think the land walk abilities are underrated, and I think if you build around them properly, you can actually take advantage of the lands your opponents control and really do a lot of damage that your opponents just can't block. So I think land walk is a little underrated. I think land walk could maybe get some more love and affection from Wizards, and we could have some fun land walk synergies come out in the future. I think that would change the dynamic of the game in a fun, interesting way, and it would force players to play differently than they have in the past. It would kind of help evolve the game. I could be wrong. It could evolve the game in the complete wrong direction, but I think Landwalk is a fun ability. I think it's underrated. However, with that said, because it's so underrated, no one plays with Landwalk abilities, so you're not going to be preventing Swamp Walk anytime soon. But who knows? It may change in the future. With this ability said, just to clarify, it allows any creature controlled by any player to block Swamp Walking creatures as if they did not have the ability. It is not limited just to Drago. So, in case it wasn't clear on the card, all it's saying is as long as Drago is in play, any creature with Swamp Walk can be blocked by any other creature, period. I picked Supreme Exemplar to go with Drago because Drago is an elemental. Supreme Exemplar is a 10/10 flying elemental that champions another elemental when it comes to play. Champion is when this comes into play, sacrifice it unless you remove another elemental you control from the game. When this leaves play, that card returns to play. So maybe some fun ETB synergies you can do with this, but mostly I just picked it because of the elemental synergy. The deck that my Drago is going to go in, I haven't played with it yet, is a Dimir Enchantress deck, and this deck focuses mostly on Ramsey's Overdark, which we've talked about in a previous video, but it's mostly about putting enchantments on the board and then destroying creatures that are enchanted to get value from them. So mostly you're putting enchantments on your opponent's creatures to hinder them and then removing them from the board. But it is an Enchantress deck, so lots of abilities. Constellation is very popular and is a great thing to interact with enchantments entering the battlefield. Asinine Antics is great because it can put an enchantment into play targeting each of your opponent's creatures, which I think is very fun. Lots of fun. I haven't played with the deck yet, but if you have, let me know in the comments below what you think. I cannot wait to play with this deck. You could do Elemental Tribal in Dimir colors because Drago is an elemental. And I think it would be fun to maybe do an Evoke, an Elemental Evoke theme to the entirety of the deck. I think the Evoke mechanic is pretty fun, so it's like a almost like a Spell Slinger creature deck, which is really weird to think about. but it would be Dimir, so you could do a lot of things with like instant speed, flash, and since they're creatures, you have black, so you can do a lot of recursion, reanimation effects to bring them back into play. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Let me know if anyone in your play groups or you plays this strategy. Maybe not in the Dimir colors, but just in general. I think the Evoke Spell Slinger, Creature Slinger, that's what I'll call it. The Evoke Creature Slinger deck could be a lot of fun in any color combination. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Maybe in a Horde of Notions, like 5-color deck would be very fun for this archetype. Lastly, because we are going to talk about the protection from Swamp Walk, you could do a Dimir Pillow Fort deck, which is kind of unique. I've never seen a Dimir Pillow Fort deck before, but you got staples like Propaganda, a great card like Silent Arbiter, and then things like Dread, where it's discouraging your opponents from attacking you because you're going to destroy creatures that do attack you if they pay the cost and get around the Silent Arbiter requirements. You're still going to lose the creature because of Dread and other similar effects. I think would be very interesting. A lot of deterrence to prevent you from attacking you. There's a lot of cards that say when a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, its controller loses a life. You sometimes may gain a life from it. I think it would be actually very fun. I've just never seen it before. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And that's going to do it for Drago. Unique builds. Again, I've never really seen a Dimir Pillow Fort deck. The Evoke Creature Slinger deck I think would be a lot of fun. And of course, I'm very excited for Dimir Enchantress deck. I think that's going to be so much fun to play with. The biggest problem with Drago is it's got this cool ability. It's got First Strike, but it doesn't really do much by itself. It's almost as if it's a vanilla creature at this point. It's weak by itself. Yeah, unfortunately. I love Landwalk abilities, like I said, but there's not a lot out there. So until that changes, creatures like Drago are not going to be doing a whole lot to the game right now. But who knows? Maybe that dynamic will change. I would love to see that kind of change. That would be really cool to see Landwalk become a thing. Let me know if there's anything I missed in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. And thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!